Hello students, welcome to iExamP. I am Vidhika and today I am going to discuss in detail the descriptive section of RBI Grade B Legal Officer exam. We all know the exam is on 10th April. The legal section of the exam is divided into two parts, objective of 30 marks and descriptive of 120 marks. Since the descriptive section holds such a high weightage, in this video we are going to discuss how to attempt and approach questions in this section in detail. The descriptive section of the exam is divided into four parts. The first part being briefly answer the following questions, short notes, there will be one question on drafting and situation based questions. I would like to mention here one thing that answer writing is an art. The good news is that any form of art can be learned over a period of time. All it takes is will and effort, regular practice, and some guidance. We are here to provide you with the guidance part, and we hope that you successfully integrate the tips we are going to provide in your preparation. Another important point I would like to mention is that iExamB plays an RTI with RBI with respect to the paper pattern, and based on the response, we are able to confirm that the descriptive section in legal part of the exam is in offline mode. That is, it has to be written on paper, and for English section, the descriptive answers have to be typed on keyboard. The first part of descriptive section is briefly answer the following questions. In 2009, 2012 and 2016 sample papers, there were 3 questions of 15 marks each, and in 2008 there were 5 questions of 10 marks each. The topics from which these questions were, there were 5 questions from Constitution, 3 from Indian Contract Act, 2 from Companies Act and 1 each from Negotiable Instrument, Evidence, Factories and Minimum Wages Act. How to attempt these questions? The first thing you need to keep in mind is the format of the answers. You have to include introduction, body and conclusion. Divide your answer in these parts. The second thing is word limit. The word limit for this section is 250 to 300 words. Now what all you can include in your answers? I have divided this subsection into two parts. The first being critically examine, discuss or examine. Whenever these keywords are mentioned in any question, you have to explain the topic in brief. You need to mention the positive and negative points, advantages, disadvantages, the causes of that topic, impact, implications, any challenges. Also, you need to mention your opinions. Your opinions may be in favor or against, but you must back your arguments with evidence. The second type of questions are explain or enumerate the topic. Whenever you are explaining the topic in detail, frame your answer in such a way that you are able to answer the questions while reading the answer as to why, how and what are these topics related to. Whenever you are answering the question relating to enumeration, list out all the important points and explain them. You need to keep in mind that while framing your answer, you must include relevant case laws, famous quotes if any, reference to important constitutional assembly debates, also mention sections and articles in your answer. The second part of this exam is short notes. Here you will have a choice of answering 3 questions out of 5 available questions. Each question will be of 8 to 10 marks. The question in the sample paper were from these topics. There were 8 questions from Constitution of India, 2 from Indian Contract Act, 3 from Legal Maxims and 1 each from Evidence Act, Companies Act, Consumer Protection Act, Alternate Dispute Resolution, CPC, IPC. Again, the first thing is how to frame your answer. Divide your answer into 3 parts, introduction, body and conclusion. The word limit for this section is 150 to 200 words, and what all can you include in your answer? These type of questions offer you a chance to consolidate your reading of different subjects, and hence you have a lot of possibilities while answering these questions. You need to have an overview of the topic, explain the topic in detail in simple language, in precise and effective manner, cite examples wherever available. There is a multi-dimensional approach to. You can include advantages, disadvantages, your opinions, impact, implications, history with respect to that answer. Some important things that you must include in your answer are include relevant cases laws, famous quotes if any, again the Constitutional Assembly debates, and also mention sections and articles. Some other important points that you need to keep in mind while answering this section. Introduction is a must. It is the best part of your answer where you tell the reader what is awaiting him in the next few paragraphs. By this, you can develop the interest of your reader in your answer. The second point is use keywords wherever possible. Read the question carefully and analyze it. Prepare a mental framework for your answer. Think before you write. The fifth point is divide the main body into paragraphs. The next point is there should be a well balanced conclusion. The introduction and all the paragraphs should lead to a logical conclusion. Don't repeat the questions or introduction in your conclusion and stick to the word limit. Some other points are do not repeat your points. Don't spend too much time on one question. The third section is drafting, in which there was one question of 30 marks each, and in 2008 there was a choice of attempting one out of two questions. The topics in the sample paper were summary suit, leave and license agreement, notice of motion, will, power of attorney. We will discuss this section in detail in a separate video. How to attempt these questions, how to frame answers, that we will discuss in that video. Another point I would like to mention here is that this is a highly scoring subject. Follow the format while framing your answers. This way you will be able to score very good marks in this section. The fourth being situation based questions, in which there were two questions of 7 to 8 marks. This means this section holds a weightage of 15 marks. The topics were Contract Act had 3 questions, 4 questions from IPC, 2 from evidence and 1 from IT Act. This section will also be discussed in detail in a separate video. Some points that you should keep in mind is you should use relevant sections and articles while answering this question. Always explain your conclusion and give reasons how you were able to reach to that judgment. Now the question arises how? How can you attempt this descriptive section? I would like to proceed here with a quote. Knowledge is of no value unless you put it into practice. Therefore, practice. Practice a lot of questions. Practice writing skills. Thorough practice before the exam will save you from panics in the exam hall. Most aspirants give a very general answer that would fetch average marks. Use keywords. Practice answer writing. Learning to write good answers is very important while preparing this subject. This is because no matter what you have read and studied and practiced, it is what you have written in answer that matters at the end of the day. You get your marks for what the examiner actually reads in the form of your answers. And in order to frame a very good answer, you need to practice answer writing. Now, how iExamB can be of help? We provide you with interactive live sessions, up-to-date study material. There are descriptive mock tests which are evaluated timely and we give you feedback. There are doubt sessions to answer all your queries directly by the concerned faculty. As you can see, there is an early bird discount offer. There is a 30% off on this course. Therefore, enroll now. Call the number mentioned on the screen. For instant notification, subscribe to iExamB channel. Click the bell icon. Thank you.